Thank you guys for joining me on take 2 of making Japanese style curry, Chamorro rub style. Now here we are. As we left off with, we have here our chicken here simmering in that onions and garlic. Very good looking, right? All good looking. Now the next step is when you make the curry, you want to have some paste, right? So in order to do so, I would say I'm gonna estimate here. I used about 4 pieces of chicken breast, boneless, skinless. Of course, it's better with the bone, but I'm taking the shortcut. Now, to make the paste, I'm gonna put about let's do 32 ounces of water. 16 ounces. Oops, wrong pot. Alright, put it in there. 16 ounces. Stop that right now. So, we're going to have here 32 ounces of water, which is about to boil. And as I said, our number 1 ingredient, which is the only ingredient basically to make that Japanese style curry, when you can get at the Alamo on a mall, or as many locals know, it's a very simple process. All you need basically is onions, garlic, your chicken or beef, however you want to make it, your potatoes submerged in water, and of course carrots, which is the infamous ingredient which I don't have tonight, but you can throw that in there. Alright, so let's look at our chicken that is cooked into our onions and garlic, and that maybe like 2 tablespoons of oil that made it to be what it is right now. As we can see here, we have our water quickly getting to that point where we want it to be. Now, what this water is for the golden curry. The golden curry is the ingredient for this oriental style curry, and I'm gonna get it opened up. For this amount of food, you only need one pack. They sell the bigger packs. And a quick reminder, to any of you who do not have golden style curry mix where you live, let me know. I'll sympathize with you. I can probably send it to you. So let me know if you want to make this dish and you don't have it where you stay. Let me know and I'll help you out. Okay? So this is basically what it looks like. And then here we go. Now you're gonna break it up because it comes with grids in the bottom, so you can break it up like that. Whatever doesn't break up, it's all good. You're gonna want to throw it in. So you see how that looks? Very simple, very you don't know what's gonna happen type of look. I just grabbed myself a whisk while I'm gonna go through this piece of plastic away. Now, once you have the water hot enough to like circum this sauce, you want to like start to stir it up. It's a very simple process. Once the water's hot and you're stirring this curry into the juice, you're gonna get what you need. Okay? Now, because we don't want to overdo the curry taste, we don't want to like rely solely on the curry paste to make our sauce, we're gonna want to do this. Put your whisk to rest. Open your pot of cooked onions, and even if you see that paste there at the very bottom looking dark and all that, let's speed this up to high. Now, here's where my trick comes in. I'm going to take another 16 ounces of water. I'm going to add it here to this pot. Yuck. That looks like yucky, right? But that's going to be yucky to yummy once it starts to simmer and boil. As we can see here, this particular paste is progressing in this boiling water. Now it's progressing enough for us to be able to be confident that we're going to make some bomb-ass chicken curry. Look at it. Looks pretty whatever, but it's all good and ready to go. Now my next step is to wait for this particular this particular process to start to boil, and then I'm going to add my flour. Now flour is very important. Let me do this real fast. I'm going to add about 4 ounces of water. I'm going to come on over here to the cupboard. Take my flour out of here. Holla! Okay. Now, the flour is basically going to just thicken and be used as a substitute for that packaging. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 tablespoons, and 4. Now once I have this 4 tablespoons of cold water mixed flour, it really doesn't take that much. I'm going to pour it right into here where it most matters, and it thickens. So we see that going on, right? Now I'm going to come over here, pull out the soy sauce, because no matter what, regardless of how that package tells you to cook it, the golden curry, still want to add that soy sauce. I'm going to add about a tablespoon. Excuse me, John. Thank you, my brother. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this soy sauce. Looking very delicious, as a matter of fact. And we know this paste here is really progressing. Once it starts to boil, you can turn it off, because that's what your key ingredient is going to be. That's what we're going to pull some patatas over here. Get all that water out there. Throw those babies in. Then your garnishing onion. Throw those babies in. Put this here. Close the lid. Now your focus needs to be on where it most matters. Ooh, namanangit. That's a nasty kalantik. That's what you want to see, right? The last ingredient is going to be our cornstarch. So, grab the cornstarch up in here. If you can't find it, you can always do this. Babe. Babe. Where's the cornstarch? Babe. If you can't find your babe, you're still in a good position. Can't find the cornstarch, it's all good. Still turn out quite alright. I see Heineken, all other kinds of hoopla foods. It's all good. You can't find the cornstarch, it's all good. Now here's the final step. The last step that I wanted to show you guys was basically the thickening of the oil and juices from the curry. Babe, there's my babe. She ran away. How cowardly of her. We're making spicy curry, okay? So I'm gonna take this. Oh, no, wrong one. Let me go into the refrigerator. This is the one we want to use. The actual family version of what we got going on over here. And I want to get a spicy curry paste, so here you go. I would say about 1 teaspoon of the Nancy. Roll that biatch in there. Now take a look at that in there, how it just sits there inside. My measuring cup. I'm gonna do 1 cup this time. It's my cornstarch, thank you, John. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say, John, step back. Thank you, John. And I'm gonna do 4 teaspoons full of cornstarch. And you know what? Before you know it, it's ready to go. That 4 tablespoons or teaspoons, ready to go. Throw it into those biatch. Baby, excuse my language, I'm Chamorro. Now there you go, you have this curry cooking, the potatoes, and onions and garlic, and all that savory juice that came from what we started it with. Now we're going to move on over here to see that our heated water had concentrated those pastes into what we call curry juice. Now I'm going to throw that in here. Look at how delicious that looks. 1 onion on the side and boiling thick something. Looks really good, right? But let me get the spoon. See that Nancy right here in the middle? Very good. Now, we see here that we have a very delicious looking piece of meat going on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this, and then you guys are going to see via pictures what the finished product look like. Because once the meat and the onions, garlic have seeped into the juice of the curry, which we see has developed very nicely, you're going to see what it looks like. Thank you very much. Hopefully.